3 pounds of amazing material made up of billions of neurons, or nerve cells, that communicate in trillions of connections called synapses. Your brain is one of the most complex and interesting organs in your body. Keeping your brain healthy and active is vital. Discover how powerful it can be with this interesting fact. Percent of the human brain is made of fat. Not only does it make it the fattest organ in the human body, but these fatty acids are very important for the performance of your brain. Make sure you fill it appropriately with nourishing and brain-boosting nutrients. Your brain is not fully formed until the age of 25. Brain development starts at the back of the brain and progresses forward. Therefore, your frontal lobe, which controls planning and reasoning, is the last to strengthen and make connections. Your brain's storage capacity is considered an almost unlimited memory. Research shows the human brain is made up of about 86 billion neurons. Each neuron forms connections to other neurons, which can add up to 1 quadrillion, 1,000 trillion, connections. Over time, these neurons can merge, thereby increasing storage capacity. However, in Alzheimer's disease, for example, many neurons can become damaged and stop working, particularly affecting memory. Brain information travels at 268 miles per hour. When a neuron is stimulated, it generates an electrical impulse that travels from cell to cell. This disturbance in regular processing can lead to epileptic seizures. On average, your spine stops growing by age 4. Your spinal cord, which is made up of a collection of nerve tissue and supporting cells, is responsible for sending messages from your brain to the rest of your body. The spinal cord is the main source of communication between the body and the brain. ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, causes neurons in the brain and spinal cord to die, affecting controlled muscle movement. Another disease that affects the brain and spinal cord is multiple sclerosis, MS. In MS, the immune system attacks the protective layer that covers the nerve fibers, causing communication problems between the brain and body. There's a myth that you only use 10% of your brain. You really use it all. Yes, even when you're sleeping. Neuroscientists make sure that your brain is always active. The human brain weighs 3 pounds. That's equivalent to half a gallon of milk. However, size doesn't necessarily imply intelligence. Men tend to have larger brains than women. Brain freeze is actually sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. This pain occurs when cold hits receptors in the outer layer of the brain, called the meninges. Cold creates dilation and contraction of the arteries, causing a headache that strikes quickly. A piece of brain tissue the size of a grain of sand contains 100,000 neurons and 1 billion synapses. However, damage to neurons can have a major impact. During a stroke, for example, blood cannot carry oxygen to the brain. As a result, brain cells can die, and abilities in certain brain areas may be lost. Also, Parkinson's disease occurs when cells in the part of your brain called the substantia nigra start to die. The human brain can generate about 23 watts of power, enough to power a light bulb. All that power requires much needed rest. Adequate sleep helps maintain the pathways in your brain. In addition, lack of sleep can increase the formation of proteins in your brain that are linked to Alzheimer's disease.